Okay. Hello, class. I'm sorry I can't be there today. I just wanted to share with you our lecture, and I wanted to make sure that I was giving you as authentic of an experience as possible. So today we're going to hear about the Industrial Revolution. Your job is to take notes. So I recommend that you type your notes out because that's probably what you're going to be doing in the future. However, you can probably write faster than you can type. So I have a very basic Google slide to go with this, but your job is to write what I say. But remember, your job is to write the big ideas. There will be lots of knowledge here. You are just to write the big ideas and use as many short forms as possible. Okay, so here we go, Industrial Revolution. Our first question we want to know is, what is it? So the Industrial Revolution was a process of profound economic, social, cultural, and technological transformations that took place between 1760 and 1840 and originated in Britain. The Industrial Revolution deserves the name as it brought about thorough and lasting transformations, not just in business and economics, but in the basic structures of society. Okay, so the pre-industrial revolution, I'm going to have subtitles throughout, okay? So before industrialization, the most significant economic activities in most European countries were small-scale farming and artisan handcrafts. Social structures remained essentially as they had been since the Middle Ages. The advent of industrial development revamped patterns of human settlement, labor, and family life. Human and animal muscle and the water wheel were the era's main energy sources. Okay, how it began. By the early 18th century, Britain had used up most of their trees for building houses and ships and for cooking and heating. In their search for something else to burn, they turned to large hunks of black stone called coal that they found near the surface of the earth. Soon they began digging deeper to mine it, thus beginning the coal mine industry. After the discovery of coal and its uses, the first coal burning steam engine was invented. So, what did it look like? The changes set in motion by industrialization ushered Europe and much of the world into the modern era. Advances in industry and the growth of factory production accelerated the trend towards urbanization in Britain. With the coming of factory-based industry, the coal-fired steam engine and other machinery set a new, faster pace of labor. In the factories, coal mines, and other workplaces, the hours were very long and the conditions generally dismal and dangerous. Britain tried to keep secret how its machines were made, but people went there to learn about them and took the techniques back home. The first countries after Britain to develop factories and railroads were Belgium, Switzerland, France, and the states that became Germany. Building a national railroad system proved an essential part of industrialization. Belgium began its railroads in 1834, France in 1842, Switzerland 1847, and Germany in the 1850s. The family. The most insidious consequence of the new conditions may have been those affecting the most basic social unit, a family. The pre-industrial family was fundamentally both a social and an economic unit. Married couples and their children often worked side by side on a family farm or in a shop or otherwise divided their labor for the family's overall benefit. It was also common in 18th century Great Britain for women and men to work in their rural homes, doing such jobs as textile spinning and weaving on a piecework basis for merchant owners. However, the rise of factory production in industrial cities meant a separation of the home from the workplace for most male workers. Very often, the need for income motivated men to leave their families behind for jobs in the city. Even without geographic separation, many types of industrial jobs were so demanding that they left little downtime for workers to spend preserving the relational bonds we associate with family life. Unmarried women, in particular, often worked as domestic servants. Many British women, including mothers, were employed in the textile mills to help their families make ends meet, but were paid very little. Child labor was also rampant in the textile factory during the first century of industrialization. Factory owners appreciated having workers whose fingers were small enough to manipulate delicately threaded machinery. Despite their importance to the industry's output, these children were paid very little and were routinely compelled to work 16-hour days or longer. In 1833, Britain passes the Factory Act to protect children under the age of 9 from working in the textile industry. Children aged 13 and over could not work longer than 69 hours a week. In 1842, Britain passes a law applied to minors, banning children under the age of 10, as well as women, from working underground. It is not until 1844 that Britain passes the law that states children younger than 8 are banned from working. Consequences of the Industrial Revolution. Significant advancements in technology such as the assembly line, telegraph, steam engine, sewing machine, and industrial combustion engine. This also led to an increase in education to the masses, increase in job opportunities in cities and better wages than agricultural industry, therefore urbanization. Shortage of food production. This led to terrible working condition and lots of child labor. And it also led to significant impact on climate and a significant rise in the capitalistic system. And here are some of the inventions during this time. Okay, thank you for listening to this. If you notice, I do have this note posted in Brightspace, and I also have my version of my notes so that you can see what it would look like, what my version of the notes look like if I were taking the notes, okay? Thank you so much.